guys think that's enough?
Oh, do you want to start, Drew, or you want me to?
I feel like, gosh, like every day there's an apology, right?
Yeah.
And it's so intentional. And it's like, yes, that's something that's prevalent in households, especially with African-American families, but it's not something we want to celebrate. I mean,
So
every
the
child
issue-
wants both parents in the home, right?
Yeah, the issue is that that was the only card featuring African-American people, an African-American father.
They don't
So
have a
it
mahogany
wasn't-
section? You guys don't have a mahogany?
Right.
Mahogany's amazing.
The
That's got a
ethnic
lot of
cards.
black people all on mahogany.
The ethnic card section. What do you think about it?
Okay, listen. Okay, I am here with two beautiful African-American women, but I will say that the term baby daddy has been culturally appropriated by all cultures now, all people of all colors.
a
Because
thing.
everything that you guys start is cool, and then everybody takes it and accepts it, except for the things that they don't want to take, like, you know, being targeted by, you know, whatever, authorities, people in authority. But anyway, my point being is that the issue with this is that it featured an African-American couple. It could have been a cutesy thing and just not featured a couple, because it has become a term that people just throw and toss around.
Yeah, there was
right?
a movie, Baby Daddy. There was
exactly.
a movie.
Yeah.
So
It
just
was
why
very
did it have to be so serious and like this African-American couple? It could have just been a cute, like, hey, baby daddy, like cute font. Cute,
A funny
cute,
card.
cutesy, funny, right?
Absolutely.
It missed the mark.
It wasn't
Right,
funny.
totally,
It wasn't
yes.
funny, and it was intentional, and that's what bothers me. You know, is when you put two African Americans on
Yes.
there and say "baby daddy," you know who you're targeting.
You know what's going to happen with Target?
Exactly.
It's like the H&M sweatshirt. Remember that hoodie?
I
that
do.
They're going to be like, well, this was created over in Europe by somebody that we didn't know.
I mean, but here's the thing, like, we see that this keeps happening with
Right.
companies. The big question now is, like, how do we prevent these from happening? I mean, it's just company after company, and for H&M, it was been multiple times.
Well, you know how you prevent it is you make sure that you have people of color in the higher up management.
Diversity at the
in
head.
every department,
Yes.
not just one department, but in every single department, so that it's passing through someone's hands
Yeah.
that's someone of color.
I think this is a perfect
Absolutely.
example. This is why that diversity
And I
is
can
so
appreciate
important.
now that we're speaking up. You know, I think with social media, it's so apparent that now we have a responsibility and our voices matter. So by speaking up and having the conversation does open it for people to be held responsible for what they say. So.
I guess we can deem that as a good thing about social media these days.
Absolutely.
Well, moving along, a recent post on ScaryMommy.com discusses the idea of kid-free weddings. A lot more people are having kid-free weddings, making specific note that kids not invited, kid-free.
That is
okay?
so wrong, okay?
So clearly, this is upsetting some parents who may not be able to leave their kids at home. The question is, are you for or against? She's a mom. She's
I'm a
clearly
mom, you know,
against.
so of course I'm gonna feel some, but you know what, I have to be honest, before I had kids, pre-babies,
Okay.
I was the one on the airplane when all the kids are making the noise, like, okay, what kind of parent are you that your
Yeah.
child is crying this whole flight? However, now that I have children, I'm the one that's saying, you know, it's a part of children, they cry, it's healthy actually, some doctors say. So I'm all for it, I mean, but that changes depending on, it's not right or wrong, it's just understanding when you have kids, there's a lot of things that factor into having to get a nanny, a babysitter, and
Yeah.
for me having a newborn, like, you know, it's a
True.
lot of-
You
I'm just
are giving
saying,
me the
it's
whole
wrong.
story. When I have paid thousands of dollars
Yes.
for
I
my
knew it. I knew what she was
for
gonna
my
say.
wedding, think about this.
Yes,
A day
I'm
I've
thinking.
dreamed since the early 90s. My whole life.
No, and Felicia would do it again, like every week.
Cue the violins and the
could.
music.
I hear the
I'm walking
violins.
down the aisle. He's looking at me and I'm looking at
Yes.
him.
It's so
and we're
beautiful.
about to say our vows. Hold my hand at the moment.
Yes.
We're about to say our vows. Wah! I don't want to hear your baby.
That's
in the middle of my
introducing you
moment.
to what's coming. You know, it's like, yes, they're blessing the future of the family.
Yes,
my gosh.
I
Go ahead,
have to be on your side with this because it is the bride's day. It's also the groom's day, and I think it's anything that takes away from you being the shining star that you are. By the way, she's going to renew her vows, and I'm going to be invited.
Every single year.
And I'm going to come and bring the kids, and we'll decide.
It's not a good thing. Maybe,
Actually, I do want a family. Let me point that out. I am pro-family. I do
Yes.
want a family, but not
Yeah.
at my wedding.
maybe there's a babysitter that's hired that can take care
Bring
of the
the
children.
Daycare at the wedding.
Yes,
Why
that's
not
it.
put that in the budget?
In the-
and I'm
yes.
there. You know.
Good idea.
But I understand.
Put
you know,
it in whose budget?
in the wedding, you know, have a daycare for those that you know. It would be something. That's a good idea.
Felicia's like, I've already pay tens of thousands
I
of dollars.
know.
You're not having it.
And I'm an adult, and I want to do adult type things at my wedding. Okay?
I do
and I
get
don't want
it.
to have to
Yeah.
like censor myself.
I understand. Yeah.
I want to drink. I want to cuss.
You're like, we'll just cover the kids' ears, you know? I do understand my best friend's getting married in Detroit. My best friend. And I can't go, you know, and that, like you said, it's the day that you dream of. And to tell my best friend that, you know.
Why can't you go?
Well, you know, I'm breastfeeding and it's a little challenging
It's a
to
lot.
pump and do all of that. And who's going to watch the baby overnight and wake up every couple of hours? I mean, that's a big,
You won't let anybody watch your baby, I can tell. All right, sorry, they're wrapping
With
up.
9% saying that they Google themselves every single day. So, and right now, millennials are defined like age 21 to 35. Like, that's a millennial.
Yeah, I'm not a millennial.
Okay, you missed it by like 2 years.
You're a millennial. You're a millennial.
Felicia,
You're a
she's
millennial.
lying.
Yeah.
She's lying a
You,
lot.
and you haven't had kids yet,
No,
so like that
I would
keeps
love
you
to.
young.
I'm probably gonna have to adopt at this age, but anyway,
Oh, my
I'm not a millennial.
We're like in love with ourselves.
Yeah, especially the younger generation, I have to
Absolutely.
say. Yeah.
Snapchat, Musically, like they're always on the phone and doing their selfies. It's
Have you guys
the
seen
thing
those
to do.
cute memes where like it's millennials and they're interns and they show up to their first day of work and they'll be like, so when's vacation? And they have a giant latte like in their hand. Like that's the running
That
joke
is
about
millennials.
millennials not
It is.
understanding work ethic and being
Yeah.
self-obsessed and in
Some
their bubble.
do, though.
Some do. Some
So
do,
here-
certainly.
so
I love you, millennials.
I gotta ask you, Drew. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Do you Google yourself, and how often?
I am scared to see what's going to pop up. So I do not Google. They tear you apart. I mean, down to what you're wearing,
Yeah.
a hair being out of place. You know,
This is because you're a
I don't
real
wanna
celebrity.
See,
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
want
that's
to see
because
it.
you're in Hollywood. So the non-real celebrity, not in Hollywood, I do Google myself, not every day, but because I'm in this industry, I
Smart.
need to know what's gonna pop up because I have to control the narrative. Okay?
She's
you
very
see what I'm
smart.
doing here? You
Very,
see
very
what
smart.
I'm doing here?
Absolutely.
I
gotta
Googled-
control the narrative.
Yes.
I can't have anything bad out there about me.
You're a very prepared, smart lady.
Yeah.
You very much are. I Googled myself once just to get to my YouTube page
And
really
what
fast.
happened?
And it
I
said,
love it.
Suk Yi, pregnant.
Oh,
Suk, and I was
what?
like, oh no, that's a food baby, everybody. I'm not pregnant. So after that, it cured me. I'm like, I'm definitely not gonna Google myself.
See, yeah, it's like body shaming, but you know what? I mean, people are going to talk about you one way or the other. You can't
Yes.
please everyone.
No.
And so I've learned that you just have to live your life. You know, people will talk, and if they're talking, that means you're doing something right.
It's a compliment.
And it's a compliment, so that's how I take it. But the young ones, you know, hey, they, you know.
Every day
that's
is
the
a
thing
lot.
to do.
That's a lot.